Check. Yay. Oh, it's time once again for live on Twitch, the Audience Adventure Radio Hour. Yay. Hi. It's me. I'm Bennett Williamson. We got Tad, Annika over here. How's everybody sounding? Annika, pull that mic like all the way
into your face.
Annika, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right, Tad, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay. So, greetings, everyone, and greetings to any future podcast listeners. This is the Audience Adventure Radio Hour stream show podcast where we read game books and narrative fiction live with your help. So you can be sure to call 831-459-4726 or chat us right here on Twitch.
I fixed the audio.
Oh, very good. So we are here at KZSC Santa Cruz where we broadcast. Definitely check out kzsc.org, and you can always click on the donate button there if you want to support all the great stuff that happens here, all the great radio.
So much great radio.
Student education, all the great training that's happening, all the community members putting out good content there, and you can stream all that at kzsc.org, and thanks to them. Well, I am a volunteer here, but thanks to them for helping host us and bring this show to you. We have pierced the ceremonial boba skins, and so... and we have all partaken of the boba.
Yes.
So tonight, we have been reading a number of books from our friend, dare I say, our
friend of the show,
Matt Youngmark, and we're going to continue with one of those books tonight. And we've got on deck Zombpocalypse now, right here on the Audience Adventure Radio Hour. So again, if this is your first time playing along, there's choice points throughout this book, and we're going to need your help to decide what to do, where to go. And as always, you can help us try not to die, but it's really, it's fine. It's fine if we die. We usually die. It's kind of fun. How you doing, Tad?
I'm doing well. Annika and I were noticing as we got onto campus that it's weird to be here when there are students, because we've been broadcasting all summer and there were a dearth of students, and now there's tons of students here.
Yes, it's true. There's a real education scene going down.
Yes.
At the uni. It's nice. Yeah, there's a big training going on tonight, I think, getting people ready for our upcoming fundraiser. A lot of students in the house. We're like halfway through the first quarter of the year, so kind of made it through the first tidal wave, and before you know it, finals are upon us. So yes. I don't know. I just planned my whole holiday season in we went from I don't know what we're doing to boom, try to line out everything up. So it's a busy time on campus, and thanks for taking some time to hang out with us here and enjoy some fun books. I'll be doing some of the sounds over here live and messing around. Shout out to Critter and Guitari and this little synthesizers that they make. Cool little
synth machine.
So we've got, you can see a little clip of the book that we're reading from Matt Youngmark right on the stream, and you can see all his work at youngmark.com. Yes, that is correct. So, Tad.
Yes.
Should we get into reading this lovely book?
We should.
Okay.
There, I just put the link to that site in the chat.
Thank you.
Shall we begin our adventure?
Yes, we shall. Here on the Audience Adventure Radio Hour with Zombpocalypse now from the one and only Matt Youngmark, right here on KZSC Twitch.
You sit in a booth by the window, waiting for your date with a mix of anticipation and dread. Internet dating has not been kind to you in the past. That one night at the bowling alley will likely haunt your dreams forever. But hope springs eternal. Also desperation. But you try not to think of it that way. This particular match seemed promising when the two of you were exchanging emails, but experience has taught you to keep your expectations low. Photos tend to be a few years old, or self-portraits taken from just the right angle to mask an extra chin, And the wit and charm of a carefully crafted email doesn't necessarily translate to in-person social skills. Granted, it's possible that you haven't been 100% forthcoming yourself. Throughout the week-long back and forth with your prospective date, you may not have gotten around to mentioning that you're a stuffed bunny. The fact that you're a stuffed bunny hasn't actually come up.
No, I mean, no.
Of course, your last match was fine with the bunny thing, but couldn't believe that you didn't mention that you smoke. That much you fixed. You've been a non-smoker for almost 72 hours now. And Lord, you need a cigarette. You check the time, still 2 minutes before 7, though it feels like you've been sitting here for hours. And then start absentmindedly reviewing the appetizers listed on the plastic table display. Sweetbread, ew, isn't that cow brains or something? The restaurant is a spaghetti house, and you never knew that dish was Italian. But then the deep-fried ravioli blasters didn't sound terribly authentic either.
Foul.
Suddenly, you feel a sharp bump against the table.
Oh.
Which knocks 2 glasses of water square into your lap. Yay!
Ew.
You jump to your feet, grabbing your napkin in a vain attempt to mop up your clothes and risk a glance at your assailant. Sure enough, your date has arrived. Some vague approximation of the person portrayed on perfectforeverlovematch.com plops down across from you. Missing from the ad, though, were the vacant stare, the slack-jawed expression, the exaggerated slouch. There's no apology for the spill or even an acknowledgement that water is still dripping from the table. Yeah, the bunny thing's a deal breaker, you think. Your disappointment ends quickly, though, as you catch a whiff of something powerful and rancid.
Ew.
The singles profile had mentioned working as a dental hygienist, and yet hygiene is clearly not your date's top priority. You introduce yourself with a slightly forced smile and get a low grunt in return. Classy. Okay, time to launch into mind-numbing small talk. So you work in a dentist's office, huh? My aunt actually works for Your date cuts you off. You're right, let's not talk about work. You were going to tell a story about a free promotional tube of toothpaste, and you realize with embarrassment that it was the most potentially interesting thing you had up your sleeve. Should we ask for some more water? What you actually need now is a towel, since you're still sopping wet from spilled drinks. Do you want to get an appetizer or something?
Brains.
Splendid. You were hoping to get food on the table as quickly as possible, so you both have something to distract you from strained conversation. But it comes to a choice between trying the sweetbread and actually talking to your dream date here, and you're not sure which appeals to you less. You glance at your watch, 7:03, and can't help contemplating escape routes.
This is a real thing, I think, for those on the internet dating scene, you know? Like, I've heard some horror stories. It's like, how fast, or you kind of got to have a thing, right? You got to be like, if this goes horrible, if my date is a zombie.
Do you have your friends ready to text you the escape hatch message?
Yeah, right. So let's see. Our options here, though, and chat and listeners, for those of you tuning in or that may be playing for the first time. So we have a choice to make now. So here's our 2 choices. If you say you're heading to the restroom to dry off your clothes and then break into a run as soon as you've cleared your date's line of vision, turn to page 4. So the old make an excuse and run away. Yeah. Or if you stick around just a little longer, it's humiliating, but you have to admit that so far this is only your 3rd or 4th worst blind date. We're going to turn to page 7.
Should I stay or should I go?
That's right. Often the question here. So if you're watching us on Twitch, jump in the chat right now and you can let us know, should we run away and just get away from this horrible, horrible blind date by just straight up running away? Or should we stick around? You know, it's only a little bit humiliating. I'm kind of curious to see where it's going.
Yeah.
But apparently I'm playing the zombie. And you
are.
And
so
you're
Mouse Shadow 66 says run away in the chat.
Okay. Well, yeah. Turn to page 4.
Okay.
So,
here we go.
If we're gonna heading to the restroom to dry off our clothes from all this water, and then break into a run.
So you're gonna take over.
I'll pick it up.
Want me to keep reading mine?
Please do.
The bunny.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go dry off a bit.
You say, getting up from the table.
Be right back.
The last part came out a little abruptly as you casually stroll towards the restrooms. You feel a twinge of guilt for lying. Then you hear your date aggressively ordering the appetizer. Brains! Brains! You skip out the front door and you realize you'll have to go around the whole block to avoid passing the window where your date is sitting. As you round the corner, however, a woman runs past you in the other direction, screaming. You catch a whiff of the same odor you smelled a moment ago at the table and see one man kneeling over another on the street. He looks up at you, although his eyes don't seem to be focused on anything. Both men are covered in gore, and you're shocked to discover that the first one appears to be eating the second. Brains! The attacker moans, getting up from his victim and starting toward you in a slow lurch. You can see why he hasn't satisfied that particular craving since he's been gnawing on the other man's leg. You may be slow in the uptake in awkward social situations, but you've seen enough horror movies to recognize this threat in its proper context. That, my friends, is a zombie. So, it is a zombie, so listen up. If you flee to alert the authorities before the zombie threat endangers the whole city, we're going to turn to page 9. So run, talk to the cops, or if you try to fight the zombie, since there's a slim chance the man on the ground can still be saved, we're going to turn to page 14. And so, of course, the best thing to do is give us a call at 831-459-4726, or you can write right here in the chat. Send us a secret message. If slurp once at the bottom of the boba for option number 1, or slurp 3 times for option number 2. 831-459-4726 is the number here, or hit us up in the Twitch chat. Do you guys have big time zombie like fantasies or fears? Like, do you think about, like, what's the plan for when the zombie apocalypse comes?
I mean, that's our shorthand for any kind of apocalypse that might be coming.
Well, yeah, okay.
I don't think that's uncommon. That seems to be in our family as we're discussing.
Oh, you mean in your family this is like...
Yeah.
Oh, when you say our shorthand, I thought you meant just a broader cultural...
But I think it is. I think it's beyond our family. Typically, if you're talking about, like, we're getting a generator this weekend.
Right.
So we're ready for the zombie apocalypse. You really mean for an earthquake or the normal power outages? So.
Did this just become a family topic of conversation, like in the Cold War? You know, like when nuclear annihilation was. Yep. Or maybe I don't know, because now we joke, but we're not really joking.
No.
Were they joking? You know, could they even joke about it back then? It seemed so real.
That's right.
I guess zombies came around in what, the 70s? 60s, 70s?
Night of the Living Dead. Well, before that. There's White Zombie in the 50s, Bela Lugosi movie. They've been around. Yeah.
So we're trying to decide if we're going to alert the authorities. Oh, the other chance was to fight the zombie.
Yes.
And then since there's a slim chance the man on the ground can still be saved. Okay, altruism. So, you know, and what do we know about it's? I think knowing that we are just all right, Annika. Please put the boba. No, let's embrace the boba. Okay.
All right.
Let's get a boba slurp.
Oh no.
Let's slurp some boba.
Boba drop.
All right.
Well, I'm not at the end yet. You're at the noisy end of your
I'm
boba.
sorry. Here, I'll just cut open the top.
Oh yeah.
And there we go.
So again, 831-459. 4726, if you want to call in, we'll bring you on, and we'd love to talk it over with you. What are you guys thinking? Should we flee to alert the authorities, or are we going to fight this freaking zombie? And by you guys, I mean Tad and Annika.
Well, okay. Yeah, sure.
Well, I want to check our chat. Runaway. Mouse Shadow 66 says that she's actively planning for the zombie apocalypse.
Right. Okay.
Since we moved to LA, when we lived in LA, because she's pretty sure that it's going to totally start in LA.
LA does have those big abandoned streets for the zombies. I mean, is that where they filmed Night of the Living Dead? No, I'm thinking of but there's been a lot of
Pittsburgh is the traditional land of the living dead.
I see. There's some really good shots of like, what is this? One of those like Last Man in the World kind of movies where he's in downtown LA. And apparently they just filmed it like on a Sunday afternoon in the 70s because it's like, nobody's downtown.
Talk about Omega Man?
Yeah, like an Omega
Charlton
Man.
Heston?
Yes, totally. It was Omega Man. They shot a lot of that
Yes.
in LA. Makes sense to me.
Okay, so Mouse Shadow says, fight for the man on the ground.
Fight for the life of the living? Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good to me.
Okay, let's do
I
that.
kind of want to see what a bunny's going to fight.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Are you taking it?
I'll take this one.
Okay.
You picked the wrong day to die, you say in your best action hero monotone.
Yeah.
And then come back to life again, sorta. You're going to have to work on your one-liners. The zombie keeps stumbling towards you and you back up slowly, not at all wanting to touch it. You glance around for something heavy to hit it with, but nothing presents itself. Could you take off your shoes and throw them? That just seems dumb. The zombie lunges at you, and suddenly you're out of choices. You tackle it at the waist, trying to avoid its whole face area, where the biting and the chewing happens. It falls backwards with you on top, hitting its head against the pavement with a loud smack. You untangle yourself quickly, but fortunately the thing seems to have stopped moving. Well, that wasn't so hard. You hurry to the zombie's victim, still lying in the middle of the street. Are you okay? You ask. Hold on. Was that an ow my leg hurts groan or an I hunger for the flesh of the living groan?
Brains.
He continues, trying to stand up, even though his leg seems to be chewed down to the bone. Crap. You hear another moan and glance behind you to see the first zombie is revived and back on its feet. Double crap. To make things worse, a mob of screaming pedestrians rounds the corner with several new zombies close behind.
Ah! They ate Mr. Friskums!
One of them cries.
Save us!
Okay, if you attempt to rescue the crowd from the ever-growing legion of undead, turn to page 21. Or, this is spiraling out of control if you decide to run for help. Turn to page 30.
Well, I don't know. I mean, so far so good. Not that we saved the guy, but we haven't died yet.
No.
So, again, if you're just hit us up in the chat right here on twitch.tv/KZSC is the place to check us out. Also, you want to find and hit that subscribe button or follow us on Twitch, and you can get notifications about when we go live and do the show, so you can jump in here and talk to us. But also, we'd love it if you want to pick up the phone, 831-459-4726. That's the way to reach us. And yeah, Mouse Shadow chiming in exactly. Like, we're getting experience. That's kind of how I'm feeling. We successfully fended off this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to rescue this crowd. And you know what? If we fail, like, F the humans, we're just a stuffed bunny. So I'm going to turn to page 21. Okay. 15 or 20 grown human beings, you think, and they look to a lone stuffed bunny to save them from zombies. Well, maybe one of them at least has a cigarette. It's you, bunny.
Hold on.
Sorry.
The wrong page. Okay,
21.
Listen. They don't move that fast. Everyone follow me at a brisk walk and we'll all get out of this alive.
You heard the crowd back toward the restaurant, and sure enough, the zombies are easily outpaced. Okay, so we're dealing with slow zombies, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Once in front of the spaghetti house, though, you see a mess of undead wandering out the door. Looks like your dream date has been busy inside. You think you can make it to your car unmolested, but the crowd around you just stops and stares at this new threat. What do we do now? Asks a thin, shirtless gentleman with an AC/DC hat and what looks like a pair of homemade nunchucks. All right, I'm going to change up the voice.
Yeah.
My name's Daryl.
Oh, yeah.
I've waited my whole life for this. Also, I have throwing stars.
Daryl.
It is true that there's strength in numbers, even if those numbers aren't particularly bright. Then again, dragging around Daryl's band of roving yokels might get you killed even quicker. So, if you decide to team up with Daryl's group, or at least try to save them from being eaten, turn to page 63. Or, if you'd rather take your chances going it alone, turn to page 97. Well, I'm biased as the person that just discovered a bitchin' voice for Daryl. who's like a sick dude with
that
throwing stars.
That is as good a reason as any,
Let's team up.
So I think, yes, let's team up with Daryl.
Okay.
Turn to page 63.
Yes, sir.
Warm up your Daryl voice. Oh, come
on. I think you're first, though, bunny boy.
First things first, you say to the crowd. Let's get a few blocks from here before somebody gets bitten. You pause for a moment. Actually, before that, does anyone have a smoke? You had every intention of remaining a non-smoker when you got out of bed this morning, but with things being all apocalyptic and whatnot, the last thing you need is the jitters. A middle-aged housewife in a pink tracksuit has a pack of Pall Mall Unfiltered, which you commandeer for the greater good. Then you corral a group of nearby parking lot that seems zombie-free. For now, at least.
All we have to do now is find the queen.
Daryl insists as you finish checking behind cars for hidden threats.
Then all the drone zombies will turn back to normal. I totally saw this in a movie once.
That doesn't sound right. In any event, the sun will be setting soon, and what you need is a good place to hole up for the night. It turns out Daryl works at a sporting goods store, which would offer security and plenty of makeshift weapons. A retired hippie named Isabel, on the other hand, proposes the local farmer's market. She seems to believe that despite not having any background in herbal medicine or the vaguest grasp of zombie metabolism, she might be able to whip up an all-natural remedy for the poor, stinky, moaning people.
So if we lead the group to the farmer's market on the off chance that Isabel isn't completely insane, going to turn to page 163. But if you think holing up in Daryl's sporting goods store sounds like a better plan...
There's no decision to make.
I know. This is good. Thank you, Matt, for your writing here, and you're just pulling us right along. But you can always hit us up in the chat if you want to let us know.
Yeah. So Mouse Shadow says in the chat, forget the natural remedy. Isabel is insane.
Yes.
Sporting goods equals weapons.
Yes, and there could be a good moment where the unsuspecting hippie crafts a clever hippie-esque weapon out of a badminton set or something and whacks a zombie in the head.
This could happen.
All right. A nice aluminum baseball bat would come in handy about now. So the sporting goods store is it. The only trick is getting there. Turns out that Isabel and a few others wandered off a city bus when the zombies blocked the street in front of it, and the driver came along with them. It should still be parked a few blocks away. Perfect. As you start explaining your plan to the group, however, you hear the plinking sounds of Pop Goes the Weasel played through a loudspeaker. Is that the ice cream man? Sure enough, several members of the Genius Patrol are crowding around a big white truck, shouldering past each other in an effort to procure frozen treats.
What?
They don't seem to notice that the guy behind the wheel is glaring at them with the vacant, ravenous eyes of the damned, or that his face is covered in something that isn't cherry syrup.
Zombie!
You yell, charging the truck and starting to pull people away. Alas, you're too late to save them all. One portly gentleman, unable to choose between SpongeBob and Spider-Man from the pictures on the side of the vehicle, is tackled by the driver and devoured with impressive speed. Operating a zombie ice cream truck apparently builds quite an appetite. Stab it in the heart! Daryl screams, swinging his nunchucks wildly at the zombie. Although, honestly, you can't imagine a less effective weapon for fighting the undead. Throwing stars, though, maybe. Fortunately, in his haste to consume flesh, the zombie has thoughtlessly left his ice cream truck running. You jump behind the wheel and throw the gear shift into reverse. Daryl leaps out of the way as you back over the zombie attacker and his now lifeless victim, grinding both into a pulpy mess.
Who screams for ice cream now, baby?
You say. Still not great.
Okay, let's get to that bus. Which one of you is the driver?
Oh, dude, you just ran over him. That was awesome. We should so trick out this truck with armor and wooden spikes and stuff, and a machine gun turret.
Oh, my God.
You don't think you have time for any of that, but Daryl does have a point. The truck will be more maneuverable than a city bus, especially without a trained bus driver. You could drive ahead of the bus and shepherd the group to the sporting goods store. Then again, leaving this bunch on their own could be a recipe for disaster, even if their only job is to follow behind you. So, listeners, chat, if you drive with the ice cream truck, and let the others follow you in the bus, we're going to turn to page 26. Or, If you think you'd better stay on the bus to make sure the group doesn't wind up in a ditch somewhere, letting Daryl drive lead in the truck, turn to page 169.
We don't have anybody to drive the bus, though.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Wait. Did we run over the bus driver?
We did.
Oh, and the ice cream truck driver turned into a zombie.
Yeah, so I guess stay on the bus to make sure the group doesn't wind up in a... Okay, so... Yeah.
I mean, let Daryl drive. He seems pretty awesome in general.
He does.
831-459-4726.
Yeah, someone needs to call us.
If you want to chime in.
Yeah, we need a voice.
How many people are on the street?
How many people
there
are
4
on
people,
the street?
so it's the 3 of us and Mouse Shadow 66.
Shout
All
out!
right.
Shout out to Mouse Shadow, our one of our longtime listeners.
Long-time listener
out there, and maybe we'll drop a note in Twitter, and remind people that we're out here right now. We're live, and see if we can get a caller at 831-459-4726. Are we gonna drive a sweet truck? Ice cream truck turn into Arsenal van, or are we going to let Daryl do it?
Yeah.
What do you guys feeling one way or the other? I mean,
I don't have much faith that Daryl's going to do a great job.
Yeah, I don't either.
Driving?
No.
Yeah, and I kind of want to stick close to him because he seems like a badass dude.
He has nunchucks. I don't trust him.
So he's going to go to the bus. Oh, we're splitting up with him now, maybe?
Yeah.
All right.
So are we going to drive the ice cream truck, or is he?
Yeah, let's drive...
Mouse Shadow says no on Daryl.
All right, so we'll drive the ice cream truck.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
let the others follow us on the bus and turn to page 26.
After fishing keys from the pulpy mess under the truck's tires, you lead the group to the abandoned bus without incident. Despite Daryl's pleadings, you can't justify letting him pilot either vehicle. Isabel's calmer demeanor seems more suited to the task.
Oh, okay.
And when you find out she did a stint as a long-haul trucker in the early 80s, it seals the deal.
Told you. I'm telling you, she's going to have like a zombie slaying moment coming up in the future.
As you strap yourself into the ice cream truck, the zombie presence seems noticeably thicker, and the bulk of the crowd is between you and where you need to go. That's okay, you think. You're driving 3 tons of refrigerated steel.
No problem.
You step on the gas and the first zombie hits your windshield and splatters like a bug. At first it sticks there, hampering your view, but a quick jerk of the wheel sends the gooey husk tumbling onto the curb. A glance in your rear mirror confirms that Isabel is following closely, so you speed up. 3 more zombies meet their end on your grill, and you wing at least 10 others. You wouldn't want to do this every day, but eventually the undead crowd thins out, and before long, you're at your destination without a reanimated corpse in sight.
Wow. Dude!
Daryl squeals as he and the others climb off the bus.
Oh, that was freaking awesome. Do you think you got the queen? Oh, if you got the queen, all the others will go back to normal.
You know, I think that's vampires, not zombies. You reply. Come to think of it, you're not even sure that vampires work that way. Or you might be thinking of bees. The wall of the sporting goods store are covered with things that could potentially send a zombie back to its freshly dug grave. After amassing a stockpile of baseball bats and hockey sticks, your group hunkers down for the night. Despite the fact that you're all indoors, several people begin setting up tents. Dawn comes after many long sleepless hours, and you begin to hope that perhaps you've made it through the worst of it. No such luck. As the sun rises, you see that the store is surrounded by hundreds of zombies. They spot your group through the glass and start pressing up against it in mindless hunger. You fear that with enough pressure, they'll shatter the storefront windows.
Oh, my truck!
Daryl exclaims, although you're not sure when he started claiming ownership of it.
I spent half the night Mad Maxing that thing out. We gotta get it. Then maybe we can run them all over or something.
Surviving the 100 feet or so to the truck doesn't seem particularly likely. And even if the windows break, it would probably be easier to hold a defensive position here than try to wade through zombie masses.
Well, this is where it starts to get bleak. I think, when I'm thinking about the zombie apocalypse. So part of the reason I asked you guys was, shout out to Reno. He asked me at work the other day, if you're here up on this campus and the zombie apocalypse happened, What would you
Oh.
do? And I was like, I hadn't ever let that thought enter my mind about like work. Like,
This is a defensible
got a lot
position.
of other stuff going on at work. Yeah. But also like I have my bike usually, and so I can just pop on the bike and like I can be down the hill really fast. But why would you want to go down the hill? That's a good point.
You
want
here.
to stay up on the hill.
Yeah.
So the options here now, if you decide to hunker down inside the sporting goods store, we're going to turn to page 178. Or if you join Daryl and any other brave volunteers in an attempt to bash your way to the truck, turn to page 167.
Hey, should we do an experiment?
Yes, we should.
Okay, hold on.
Whatever we need.
So I just turned on the camera
Mm-hmm.
that is hovering above the dice tray.
Oh.
We could do even odds.
Oh, man. Can we get a demo roll?
Yeah.
Because right now it's just like a shadowy...
4.
But we didn't get I don't think you got the dice in the shot.
It's totally in the shot. You just
Oh,
gotta
it's
wait
just...
for it.
Oh, yeah. my
You're on
bad.
delay.
I'm watching the delayed feed. Oh, my God. The dice scam.
Okay. So, let's see. Oh, okay. So, Mouse Shadow says the roll. Okay, so let's say even, hunker down,
Okay.
odd, join Daryl to go to the truck.
I think this is good because if we didn't leave it up to fate, I would...
Yeah.
I think
This way it's not our fault.
Yes. Thank you. Good. Well said.
So, it's a 4. So, that's even.
Which means...
So, we're going to hunker down
Ooh.
in the store.
Okay. Hunker down.
Okay.
Page 178. Okay, this is me, right?
Yep.
Trying to wade through the mess outside would be suicide. Staying put, on the other hand, is marginally slower suicide. Perhaps the zombies will eventually get bored and go away. Banking on the fact that the undead aren't super bright, you direct everyone to stay hidden. Hours pass, and then a full day. The glass seems to be holding the zombie horde at bay, but their faces are still smooshed up against it, and they aren't going anywhere. So we just spent a whole day hiding.
Yeah.
The sporting goods store isn't well stocked with foodstuffs either. You're almost out of beef jerky, packaged camping supplies, and cash register impulse buy candy bars. The following morning, things look even worse. Oh my God, day 3. Or at least as bad. In any event, this isn't working. You could never fight them all at once, but what if you prop open the doors, let 1 or 2 in at a time, and just keep slaughtering them individually until you run out of zombies? It's worth a shot. You and Daryl arm yourselves with football pads and baseball bats, send the rest of the group to hide in the far corner, and open up the floodgates. Oh, it's just happening.
Yeah.
The plan works like a charm. No matter how many zombies wander in and get their heads bashed in, the next one in line follows right along. Soon the doorway is clogged with re-dead corpses, giving you a chance to rest. You recruit volunteers from the peanut gallery to haul them away. They start a pile over by the workout equipment, which kind of stinks up the joint, but it's the best you can do for now. In time, you develop a rhythm. Bash zombies for 15 minutes, take a 10-minute breather, haul away corpses, repeat. It's actually pretty good cardio. After the 4th or 5th batch, you start to believe that you might just get through this. The crowd outside seems slightly thinner anyway. The doorway's filling up again, so you call out for your hauling crew for corpse dragging detail, but get no response.
Come on, you guys. Break time's over.
As you turn around, a soft moaning comes from the back of the store. Oh no. Sure enough, one of the guys who was hauling corpses is shuffling toward you with a blank expression on his face. How do you get infected by something that doesn't move? Did you not kill one of them enough? Did he bite the friggin' zombie? You rush to the back of the store, but it's too late.
Oh.
The rest of the group has been turned as well. It's possible they were napping, but somehow they were zombified without making enough noise for you to hear it over the sound of your head cracking.
Oh.
You hurry back to Daryl to warn him, but now the undead are coming from both sides. Somehow you always knew these folks would be the death of you. Oh, the end. There's a nice picture here of us and Daryl with some football pads defending ourselves to the death.
Yes.
As the zombies creep up. Well, folks, that's what happens. The end. Well, now it is time for Annika, the sage of the page,
Ooh,
the
it's my
page keeper,
time.
It's my time. Oh God, we need like a little
A drop
page
for
sage.
Yeah.
The sage of the page, or like a theme tune, like
Yes.
we just died and now we gotta turn back. So
Where
Alright.
where are we turning back from?
we just died and now we gotta turn.
Well, so we went into.
Oh
let's see.
yeah, we just died.
So we're back in the sporting goods, and then the option that I put down was bash zombies outside. So go outside instead of staying.
So what page do we go to?
167.
Okay.
167.
Thank you to the page keeper. You're keeping us on track.
I like my Kindle, but it's hard to move quickly.
We're gonna scrolling all night
167?
long.
Yep,
Okay.
not too far away.
167.
I got it.
All right.
Well,
Take it, Tad.
fortune favors the bold.
Wait.
they
Should we
say.
explain what we just did a little bit more? We
Oh,
turned back.
Maybe we did turn back.
So, Annika, which choice point did we go back to?
We went back to going outside and bashing
And that was like
zombies.
day 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
yes, Mel Shadow says the dice killed us.
Right.
So it wasn't. Again, we're not our fault.
Nice. Oh, fate. It's a cruel mistress. Is that the thing that they say?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are sweet.
Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna run.
So we're gonna
go
make
run
a make a
toward
run
the
for the
Mad
truck.
Maxed
I think.
out
Yeah, dude,
van.
I'm mad maxed it out.
Okay. Well, fortune favors the bold, they say. Hopefully, also the stupid.
Yeah.
You grab a baseball bat, a rollerblading helmet, and a full set of football pads, and get ready to make the plunge. Daryl is decked out in an umpire's uniform and is wielding what appears to be a kayak paddle with a hunting knife duct taped to it.
Sick.
There are no other volunteers. You light one last Pall Mall and toss the rest of the pack to the woman in the pink tracksuit. You have a hunch she'll be needing them more than you will. Lock up behind us, you bark as you throw the door open, immediately bashing in the head of a zombie that was pressed up against it. Darrow falls right behind, screaming like a banshee. The first few zombies fall to your well-placed blows, but now you have the crowd's full attention. They swarm around you, making it difficult to swing your bat properly, and you feel clammy hands grabbing at you all over. This isn't working. Retreat, you yell. Back to the store!
No! That's the queen! That's her, look!
You can't see where Daryl's pointing, but you glance over your shoulder, and the wall of zombies behind you now seems as impenetrable as the one in front. Did you turn around? Or could there be something to Daryl's harebrained theory after all?
Well, we just died in the store one time.
We
so-
did.
So I think that we should follow Daryl's lead and press on.
we
to
have
this-
no.
we have foreknowledge.
to press on to this theoretical zombie queen.
I think so.
Yes. Okay. Page 177. Here we come. You swing for the rafters in a flurry of aluminum violence. Manage to clear yourself of clinging undead. GG. Turning back now would only delay the inevitable. The ice cream truck still seems out of reach, but just ahead of you, you spot a small elderly zombie woman dressed in her Sunday best and an elaborate feathered hat. Could this be the zombie queen?
Oh no. Oh no.
As you bat your way toward her, your ankle turns on the shattered skull of a defeated opponent.
Oh, no.
And you lose your footing. You hit the ground hard and feel the crowd of undead pile on top of you. You struggle, but there are too many of them. Teeth sink into your arm,
No.
your leg, your torso. Suddenly your helmet is off and you feel a sharp blow as the zombies try to access the delicious inside of your thick skull. Adrenaline takes over and you lash out, throwing off the zombie dog pile. You use your bat as a bludgeon and free yourself from the throng, but the pain is excruciating. No, you think, don't let it end like this. Your injuries are too severe, though. Everything goes black and then fades back into a haze of gray.
No.
Brains, you think.
You feel your sense of self slowly drain away as all your thoughts and memories are replaced by the hunger. What was it you were trying to do?
Oh, we have a choice.
Okay, if you join the crowd of your peers heading towards some big building that just might contain a tasty lunch, gonna turn to page 231. Or if you continue the way you were headed toward, what was it, an old lady or something? Man, you're hungry. Turn to page 85. Now, our longtime listeners will remember
Yes.
when we read Time Travel Dinosaur. I do recall a similar moment.
Yes.
Where we were faced with a choice. We turned into a dinosaur.
Yes.
And were similarly consumed by the hunger. I do recall we sort of ate our way up the food chain in that one as well.
Was that successful? I can't remember.
Well, it was like badass for like a day.
Oh, do you have our notes from...
I just looked.
Oh,
It's
okay.
only numbers. I didn't write it
Okay,
down.
that's okay. We don't expect you to remember every choice
The
we made for
sage of
everything.
the page.
was
Yeah,
the
Mouse Shadow
first.
asked a great question, which is, zombies can turn a stuffed rabbit?
We don't
Yes,
have
I was.
brains.
I was also wondering if anyone in the
What's
chat
inside the
would
stuffed
bring this
rabbit?
up. If we've got
Stuffing.
if we stuffing. If we've got a zombie expert out there, we're at 831-459-4726.
Or an expert in plush animals?
Yeah.
Animated plush animals.
Alternately.
Oh, dang.
I'm just an amateur plush animal guy.
They're, yeah, the taxidermist.
Oh, man. Kate's going to kill me with all this on-mic boba slurping, but
know.
you know what?
It's okay. It's the internet.
F them.
Okay. So what are we going to do, folks?
Man, well, I like this turning into a zombie. Go back,
Yeah.
like embrace the dark side.
So we're going to keep going toward the old
Annika,
lady or
what?
go to the big building full of tasty
I guess
lunch?
we're a zombie either way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I say old lady.
Mouse Shadow says that the boba slurping sounds like tasty brain sucking.
Oh, good.
We're on brand. It's
Again,
fine.
you're very kind. You're very kind.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's go see this old flower lady.
Oh.
Maybe she's the queen.
She
I
might
would
be the
into
queen.
that.
Maybe we should worship her.
So we're going to go
Old
to
lady.
page
Mouse Shadow says old lady. Okay, here we go.
85. Okay.
Must kill the queen, you think? Then you think a lot about brains. Brains sound really good right now.
Brains.
You should try to get some of those. You squirm through the now uninterested zombie crowd looking for the queen, but it's getting more difficult to tell them apart as the hunger makes it impossible to concentrate. As your humanity slips away completely, your last conscious thought is that in this condition, you couldn't possibly take any kind of orders from anyone. There's no zombie queen.
Oh.
The reason zombies act together is
Daryl.
simply because they all want the same thing.
Brains.
You can smell them. There's some guy lashing out frantically
Oh,
in the
no.
umpire's uniform
Oh,
nearby. He might have some. On the other hand, something right here near your face smells delicious. Could a delightful lunch possibly be leaking out of your own head? What? So if we go after our old buddy Daryl, if we press forward and try to muscle in on some of the umpire action, turn to page 61. If you back off and investigate the snack that smells like it's right on top of you, turn to page 122.
I'm curious about the latter. I mean, I'm a big Daryl homer at
Yeah.
this point, so I'd love to let him live his life. But also, I feel like maybe if it is our own brains, then like we might get into this plush toy
Yeah,
question.
I want to know.
Okay, so we got a new viewer.
Hello.
Damian Lillard says back off.
Oh, Damian Lillard, what's up, dude?
Mouse Shadow says we can always eat Daryl later. So there seems to be some consensus. Eat your own brain.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
All right, we're gonna do that.
Shout out Damian Lillard.
Thank you. Well,
of
so
the-
we'll see.
of the Portland Trailblazers.
We may not.
Thank you for
Thank
tuning
you.
in.
Okay, so turning to page 122. Boop.
All right.
Oh,
Here we go.
okay.
You dip a finger into the hole that has been conveniently gouged in the top of your head and have a taste. Sure enough, delicious mouth-watering brains! What luck! You shamble off to a quiet area away from the crowd and settle down in a nice shady spot under a tree. There's still quite a bit of bone up there, but with some effort you manage to break it up to pieces and clear most of it out of the way. As you gorge yourself on the delicacy, all the problems of the world seem to melt away. It's as if with every bite you have less worry, less anger, less despair. You've never been so happy and content in your entire life, at least as far as you can remember, which, granted, is less and less. Before long, you're down to one last delectable scoop and one final snippet of thought before the blissful embrace of blackness finds you once again. Brains. Brains. The The end, my friends. We ate our own brain.
We did.
And there's a great illustration of us, the little stuffed bunny, which has a real brain and lots of real blood. Real blood.
I think I can.
Brain.
No, it's not working.
Thanks, Damian Lillard.
Oh.
It's cool. Small market point guard. It's a rough scenario. Oh, nice. I got the. Or there's a camera right here.
For this kind of.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That's okay.
Brains.
It's us eating our
It's
brains.
a little blown out.
Next to a tree.
All good. All right. It's time for the sage of the page. The page keeper needs to help us find what to do with the pages.
So what page to attack Daryl?
61. Wow.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say,
Whoa.
we could skip around. We don't have to go straight to Daryl.
We could go to the farmer's market.
Oh no, I want to get Daryl.
All right. Whoa.
As you wish.
I gotta get back to 61.
61, and we're scrolling in PDF. Oh yeah, 61. I'm there. I can take it.
Okay.
You're down to the base instincts of the undead now, and those instincts tell you that if something is warm and moving, you should try to eat it. So you force your way through the throng towards the thing that lives. It's frantically swinging a stick around, which is convenient for you because it clears a lot of the irrelevant, pasty gray things out of your way, making it easier for you to approach your meal. As you come within its grasp, suddenly the thing stops swinging. If you were still able to recognize facial expressions, you might see a look of shock and deep loss in its eyes. It stares at you and lifts its weapon above its head once again, but then drops the stick and falls to its knees, apparently unable to continue for reasons far beyond your understanding. Lucky break for you, though. You bite into an exposed portion of torso. Human flesh. That's good eating. And somewhere in there is the mother lode. Instinct tells you that if you keep chewing, you'll eventually strike brain. As you eat, however, something happens. The pink warm flesh turns cold, and then starts to smell the same as all the others around you. Gross. You have no interest in eating that. What happened to your delicious meal? You get up and wander away from the crowd, hoping to stumble upon something tasty again. After a while, you notice that something in an umpire's outfit is following you.
Oh.
You have a vague memory involving umpires and deliciousness, but upon further inspection, this is just another run-of-the-mill zombie.
Oh.
The two of you wander off together, looking for dinner into the sunset.
Oh.
The end. Oh, man. I mean, but that's cute as far as the zombies narratives go.
Yeah.
So it seems like the zombie branch of this branching narrative, there is no zombie queen. What a letdown. But maybe there is in another branch. I would love it if there was a zombie queen.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Just that mixed, something about that mixed metaphor is really, I'm into it. So now it's time. Now it's time for the page keeper to tell us what to do.
Wow, I'm being used a lot today. This
are.
is great.
Come on, page keeper. Keep it up.
So what's okay? So where are we going to go back to then? So
All right.
I would like to solicit our audience real quick for suggestions. Like, if you were to hear a page keeping song about the page keeper.
Oh, so we've already got a suggestion.
Okay.
From back, let me scroll back. Mouse Shadow says, you need a loop of Cher if I could turn back time.
Oh, if I could turn back time.
That's a pretty decent Cher.
If I could turn
Or Time
back
in a Bottle.
Time. Yeah, just like that horrible.
Or Back in Time. Huey Lewis.
Oh, nice.
But, that's maybe a little on the nose. I like the Cher.
I mean, there's part of me that wants the sports radio, like just the guitar wail, like you're in the mix.
So
with
chat
the
also
sage
likes
of
your
the
Cher.
page.
That was
Okay,
good Cher.
All right, shout out chat. I guess I wasn't even trying that hard. She's more. No, I'm just gonna ruin it.
That was good. And chat says that was probably the creepiest thing so far tonight was your spot on Cher.
I could imagine just like slowing down that, like, if I could turn back time. We could make it weird.
We could.
It's the sage of the page. Annika.
Ooh.
Is she like a monster truck rally now?
Yeah. You could be a monster truck.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so What are you thinking, Paige Sage?
So I have let Daryl drive the
that's
ice cream
right.
truck, but I didn't get the number, but I have the page before it.
Okay, what was the page before it?
69, which was sporting goods or farmer's market.
Oh, man.
I mean, I could be down.
I'm choosing the most LA option, farmer's market.
Oh, it is the most LA option. That's a good Santa Cruz option, too.
It is.
But I like... Good call, though, Annika.
Okay,
Good
so
call.
what page is that?
Or-
Or did we decide we wanted to try the farmer's
I'm
market?
down.
We
Let's
got
go.
3 minutes left of the show.
163.
There's no rules anymore. I mean, we're gonna do an hour. Let's do a little more length on the
Let's let Isabel do her herbalism thing
yeah.
with the, what was it, poor pasty people.
Yeah, I mean, I think she got kind of, I don't know, she probably hid in a tent and then 163. Okay, here we go. Do you want to get it, Tad, or
I'm close.
are you scroll boy?
I'm scroll
Everybody's got a scroll on a Kindle.
Oh, I thought you were going to sing Scroll Man. I'm a Scroll Man.
I'm a
151, hold
scroll
on.
man. Do 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 do. Huh.
Oh, I'm so close.
163, I did it.
Well, it's funny because all the links are like embedded, but it's a branching narrative, so they're just jumping you around in
Yes.
no helpful order.
Okay, hold on.
I'm pushing my thumb on the
161.
Kindle. I'm a scroll man.
Okay.
Look at my thumb muscles.
I know I got thumb muscles. The downtown farmers market is only 20 minutes away on foot, so getting the crowd there will be a lot easier than trying to find a way to haul them across town to the sporting goods store. Nevertheless, the group starts to complain about the walk almost immediately.
Sounds like L.A. Perfect.
Yes. In
Nailed
addition,
it.
a spirited discussion breaks out about zombies being a plot by Republicans and Democrats to wipe out librarians.
Oh man, we're way back in
Yeah.
day one here.
You assume they mean libertarians, although this still makes almost no sense. The conspiracy gibberish actually reminds you of your friend Ernie, who has always suspected that a global meltdown or paranormal apocalypse was only moments away. Come to think of it, Ernie might be a good person to consult with in a situation like this. You check your cell phone, but service has been down since you left the restaurant. After the second longest 20 minutes of your life, still not as awful as that blind date at the bowling alley, you reach the market. Alas, the zombies beat you to it, and a dozen of them are roaming the otherwise abandoned stalls. It seems a shame to pass on all this fresh food and various sundries. Perhaps you can create a distraction to draw them away while your wards raid the market for supplies. On the other hand, that plan might be dangerous, and you think as you look back at your wide-eyed followers, possibly way too complicated.
Okay, so supplies from the market could prove invaluable, and we did run out of food in other in other settings. So if you try to acquire them, turn to page 110. Then again, the gang has proven worse than useless so far.
Yes.
If trusting them to carry out part of any plan sounds like a bad idea, we're going to turn to page 13. So I like that the author Matt Youngmark here of Zombpocalypse Now sort of teased Ernie, but we don't get to engage with him here at this choice point.
Cynical Polar Bear just joined us in the chat.
Hey, hello.
What do you think? So should we try to get stuff from the farmer's market or...
Right. I mean, that's one of those things. It's like, last thing you're going to do with your life? You're going to grab that fresh produce at the farmer's market?
Give them a second chance.
Give the gang a second chance to
so get supplies.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. So
I like this. I mean, they weren't good at fending off people in the sporting goods store.
Everyone says get stuff.
Get stuff. Okay,
we're going to get stuff.
Turn to page 110. So you explain to the group that you're going to lure the zombies away and you want them to pick the market clean of food and supplies. Most of them look at you with blank stares. One gentleman asks you what you mean by zombies, but you appoint Daryl and Isabel to quarterback the operation and move on to the next stage of your plan. The zombies are surprisingly easy to lure. With some shouting and frantic waving, You get their attention, and then it's just a matter of fleeing quickly enough to avoid capture, but slowly enough to keep them on your tail. Getting surrounded is the real danger, but happily you don't run into any other groups. And after a short while, you ditch your stumbling pursuers and hurry back to the market. When you return, you find that Daryl's been stocking up on organic fertilizer, apparently in hope of making explosives. Others are breaking down wooden stalls for reasons that remain unclear. A few have been gathering foodstuffs as directed, however, so you consider your plan a qualified success. It'll be dark soon, and you spot zombies on the horizon, headed your way. In fact, it's the same mob you ditched earlier. You recognize one in a bright pink sun hat that's hard to miss. Oh, another well-dressed one. The wide-open market is useless as shelter. You need to get the group somewhere safe. So, the market's right in the middle of the city. Option 1, if you try to get into a nearby building and lock yourselves in, we're going to go to page 244. If you think it's a better idea to get to a less densely populated area before dark, turn to page 157. I feel like this is one of the key... This is like one of those like personality tests kind of moments. So chat, Cynical Bear.
And that's Jake. Jake, who graduated recently, is working for Phenomena.
Oh, what's up? Jake.
So he's in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Jake. We love you.
Yay. Oh, and Jake says, get out of there.
So, hey, actually, you know what, Jake? If you could... give us a call, 831-459-4726.
Yeah, call us.
Because I feel like this is really the question here. Like, you know, should I stare, should I go? But like, do you embattle yourself in? Do you hunker down? Or do you try to disappear from society? And I think that that's like, I don't know. It's like a question.
Who's going to call?
Okay, that'll be great. 831-459-4726. Plus, if you call, you get all the decision-making power. I mean, you know, to chat is cool, but to talk in person is even better. So, yeah, I don't know, because part of me, you know, like wants to... I don't know. There's something that's like so sad about hunkering down and like trying to build your... yes. Oh, see, someone says hunker coming on here. Damian Lillard.
So a reminder of our choices. So get to a nearby building and lock yourselves in. So basically hunker or try to find someplace else less popular. So yes.
831-459-4726. I mean, Jake said he's going to call, but Damian Lillard, if you want to pick up the phone.
You could call.
You could call as well.
It could be a race to see who can call us first. Also, I like that since we're streaming and we're not on the air, there's nobody waiting outside this door to come into the studio
for the 8 o'clock show.
So we can go a little longer.
That's right. We can explore down this path.
Look, as long as people are watching. Now there's 8 people watching.
Ooh, yeah. You got to hit that hour mark to really get the big boy numbers. Well, welcome to the Audience Adventure Radio Hour, everybody. My name's Bennett Williamson. We got Tad Leckman over here, Annika over here. Our sage of the page, the one and only page keeper, and this is a branching narrative exploration show. This is a choose your own adventure style show where we read different game books and
you help us and decide where to go.
That's right. Oh, Mouse Shadow says big boy numbers. We might have to save that for when we hit the double digits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. Oh my God, the phone is very loud in here.
It is very loud.
All right, let's get you on the phone there, caller. Hello? Oh wait, no. Caller, are you there? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Jake. Jake, can you hear us?
Hello?
Yeah, hey, can you hear us at all? No? Yes? No? Maybe? No, that's not the thing.
I think my call has been picked up.
Yeah? Can you hear us, Jake? Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. We sure can, but you can't hear us. That's interesting.
Oh, there we go.
I'm trying to call into the Audience Adventure Hour.
That's us. You've got us, but you can't hear us.
I'm calling Santa Cruz, but I cannot hear anything.
Oh, okay.
We can hear
Oh, wait.
you.
Hold on. Jake. Can you hear me? No.
Oh, he just saw the chat, I think.
Yeah, there's a delay. Let's see. This is the first phone call we've had tonight, folks, and we're here in our new studio, so we're trying to figure out the situation.
I can hear you. I have multitasking on my phone, and I can hear myself on the delay.
Oh, God, that's going to kill you. That's going to be really painful. So let's see. Jake, can you hear me now? On the phone? Hello?
What's the choices again?
Okay.
What's your Jake, are you there?
So, hunker down where we are or move?
Not on the phone, only on Twitch.
Oh,
Okay.
no. So horrible delay.
Hunker down or move to a safer, less populated place?
Delay is so cool.
Move to safer locations.
Move to safer-
Okay.
okay.
Fine. No, actually, that's what I wanted to do.
Page 157. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, Jake. Let's see. I'm going to turn this phone on. No. Well, okay. Yeah, let's just go with it. And I'll, Jake, we love you. We can hear you. I'm gonna drop you off
Through a
though.
time warp.
I'm really wondering why he couldn't hear us. It's
Yeah. Have you dismissed him from?
Goodbye.
There you go.
All right, there we go.
All right, let's see where we go. We got an answer over the phone though. It's delayed, but we got an answer.
Thank you, Jake.
You march your group away from the town center, hoping to find somewhere slightly less infested with the undead to hole up for the night. Unfortunately, you run into a pack of zombies on the very next block. You backtrack to an intersection, but now the market zombies have caught up, and even more approaching from the cross street. You're completely surrounded. Daryl shouts out a battle cry
Oh wait, hold on.
that you think is probably from the movie 300.
I was so busy figuring out the phone stuff.
Beyond one.
Okay, 157.
All we need is a battle cry. No, you're supposed to say, "This is Sparta."
Yeah, because I've seen the movie 300,
Oh,
of course.
I just told you the line though. Okay, Daryl
This
shouts
is
out
Sparta!
There you go. And the rest of the group manages a surprisingly valiant fight to the death, with some being infected and joining the horde's numbers, and others just being consumed outright.
Oh.
As for you, a small nibble on your left ear is enough to do the trick, and you wind up zombified, and wandering off after the commotion dies down in search of brains. Brains.
No.
In the coming years, zombies cover the entire planet. Scattered pockets of humanity survive the initial outbreak, but in time, all of these are compromised by the undead, turn on themselves, or just plain descend into madness. Eventually, the plague runs its course. With tasty human brains gone, the zombies grow lethargic, and various infected animals never develop the same level of voraciousness as their human counterparts did. In time, the zombie masses just rot away.
Oh.
The planet survives, although humankind has gone the way of the dinosaur. Millions of years later, the dolphins give it a solid effort. Their apocalypse winds up being even crazier.
Oh, the end, my friends. The end.
Yes, what have
The
you
crunchy
done,
end.
Jake?
Well, that was great, y'all.
Yay!
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I think we should leave it there here at the Zombie Apocalypse. Big thanks to everyone in the chat. Damian Lillard, Cynical Polar Bear. Please follow us on Twitch. Yeah, see, Damian Lillard's like always hunker.
Always yes.
I'm like, oh, it's so nice to go run away.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right, Damian.
We're learning things.
I'm sorry. Well, so let's play the outro music and so we are and then tell them about the show. Let's see.
Yes.
So this is once again, it's the Audience Adventure Radio Hour. Thank you for joining us on our first. Well, we had an alpha, so this is probably like the beta.
I think that yes, we'll
The
say this
beta
is the
Twitch
beta.
show.
Yes.
And actually, if hey, Jake, if you want to do me a solid, stick around when we sign off here and call back in so we can work the phones a little bit more. That would be great. Or anyone who's in the chat, we would really appreciate that. So yeah, we're gonna probably be here like every other Thursday. That's what we're saying right now. Yeah. So follow us on Twitch. You can go to audienceadventure.show. I just put up a couple new episodes of the podcast from one of our last big
Hamlet one
our
I was
last,
not here for.
Our last big group readings. Oh yeah. Oh man.
I'm excited to hear
it. It was pretty great. From To Be or what I'm going to get it wrong. You got it? Yeah, the Page Keeper was here.
Yeah, we've got it.
I was here.
Page Master.
Good thing we have a Sage. So these are
To
at...
Be or Not To Be.
To Be or Not. It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's the
And
original.
who's the author's name? Ryan North. That's it.
William
Ryan North's... Ryan, yes. So check out audienceadventure.show to check out the audio podcast. And if I pressed all the right buttons, you'll be able to watch this show for 14 days, I think, right here on Twitch.
Nice.
So, yeah, thanks for the support, everybody. Thank you, Annika, the page keeper.
Yes.
I'm definitely soliciting suggestions and weird loops for page keeper theme songs.
Yes.
Chad, I would be in a zombie apocalypse with you anytime, my friend.
My friend. Hunker. Always hunker.
All right. Did you make a cool slide that we can fade out to or something on our Twitch stream? Okay.
Wait, I can really fast.
No, don't do it. Just like, I don't know. We'll just say bye like we usually do, and then. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and we're gonna go away now, and we love you. Bye.
Oh, I think okay.
What? You got it? Do you have something cool?
Maybe.
Here, we'll just like. Bye. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
It's okay.
No, I messed that all up.
What are you doing?
Bye.
No,
this is so
back.
good.
Okay.
Oh, we're back.
That's just so messed up. That would be.
Oh, we're back.
I rolled a 0. Okay. Bye, everybody.
I love it.
All right, now we're gonna actually stop.
Bye.